Hello world! We are live from Vancouver Island University located in Nanaimo, BC, Canada. This is a Facebook live session for the Meet the Faculty series. Today's program is the Graduate Diploma in Hospitality Management, which is our new program. So my name is Amy Robinson. I am the International Digital Marketing Specialist here at VIU. And I'm here today with me, Peter and Alex.
Yes, welcome. My name is Peter Risco. I'm the chair of the Hospitality Management Program at Vancouver Island University. And
hello everyone, my name is Alex Wilson. I am in my 4th year of the undergraduate bachelor's program for hospitality management, in addition to my wine business certificate here at VIU.
Alright, so for the next 30 minutes, first we are going to make a presentation on the program, followed by a Q&A session. So feel free to put your comments below for your questions, and we'll get to them after the presentation. Alright, Peter, so...
Great. Well, now that you know who we are, let's take some of your time to talk about exactly what we do at Vancouver Island University in the Hospitality Management Program. It's been around for nearly 50 years, and we are launching a graduate diploma in hospitality management. It's a demand-driven program. The industry is talking. We welcome the world here. We have students that come from well over 50 countries that participate in our program. It's a vibrant program, it's a wonderful program, and we have great success. So let me tell you a few things about the Graduate Diploma in Hospitality Management. We took a long time to develop this program. We have looked very seriously at what this is. It is a graduate level program. We are looking at 500 courses, and it is very specific. So the graduate program is a total of 24 months. It runs for 2 years, and it has a scheduled break in it. What we heard from a lot of students is that concentrated programs, they needed some time for themselves, either to work, go home, visit friends, explore, whatever they'd like to do. But it is a 24-month program. It is full-time. It's a cohort-based program. So you travel and work with the same set of students throughout your 2 years with us. We have looked at a very fixed delivery schedule, so you can plan your life. So in other words, your classes don't bounce around over different times throughout the week, but they are consistent across the morning or evening. So that helps you with planning, and it definitely helps you with other activities outside of the classroom. We realize that theory is great, and theory founds what we do and gives a support to it. But in essence, what we really want you to do is be able to do things. We are a very applied program, a very experiential program. So one of the things we have developed and put into our graduate diploma is both an internship, a paid internship, and a graduating consulting project. So you do both of those simultaneously at the end of your program with us. We just don't send you off into the workplace. We work with you closely to develop contacts, to assist you in getting these placements. And what we do is prepare you for that with dedicated courses that allow you to work on your consulting project prior to. A proposal is then vetted and approved both by your partner in learning and also by the faculty. And we also have a very specific program or professional development courses which help you prepare to get ready to go and work in hopefully a Canadian establishment, but we also have positions around the world. It is experiential throughout our program. We have simulations, learning labs. We really want you to be able to apply what you do. This is a brief outline of the 2 years. I'm not going to take your time to discuss each one of the courses. I think they're self-explanatory, but it gives you an idea of our focus. And if you have any questions specifically about those, please send them in to us. We'd love to hear from you. The specific areas that we're going to concentrate on in the graduate diploma in hospitality management is functional area knowledge, knowing how to do things in a depth level, whether it is managing a rooms division, whether it's looking at food and beverage outlets. We are going to go quite deep at a graduate level into that functional area knowledge. As I said, one of the cornerstones about our program is internship or that working towards your career. Our Bachelor of Hospitality Management program has 3 mandatory co-op work placements. All of our work placements are paid. We have dedicated faculty that will work specifically with you to help you enhance your career. So there's 2 things. 1, you are going to be prepared to go out into the workforce. 2, you're going to be prepared to go out and complete a very valuable consulting project, which is yours. It's yours to share with your partner in learning, but it's also something you can take with you, even if you do not end up being employed long-term with that partner in learning. And you also get an internship, which is incredibly valuable in our industry. Those students that have that in their education really do exceed. So just to give you a brief idea of some of our supporting partners in learning, these are some of the major brands. You can see them there: Accor, Marriott, Disney, International, Intercontinental Hotel Group, so forth. Other ones that are more specific to Canada: Ghost Hotels, and also the Rimrock Hotel in Banff Springs. We have many more, and we are also constantly in contact with new and exciting partners. Some of them very specific to British Columbia, where we're located, some very high-end, unique, on-the-water resorts. So there's lots of opportunities for you to specialize in what you'd like to do. Another cornerstone of this program is analytical skills. To be able to, in the age of big data and evaluating all nuances within industries, that is something that we are going to provide you with skills on. So that's a brief outline right now about the program itself. So how do you apply it? How do you get in? Really, the key thing is that we would like you, of course, to have an undergraduate degree and have at least a C+ average in the last 60 credits earned. If your degree is specifically to hospitality, hotels, restaurants, events, tourism, it's a related degree and you would enter directly in. If you have an undergraduate degree and you are, it is not specifically related to hospitality management, you still have that C+ average of the last 60 credits. If you have some more work experience in the industry or related in work experience, or even if it's volunteer experience, we want you to have an understanding of what the industry is. So we would evaluate your resume as you would send it in to us. So we're very interested still to speak to you. Now, your career is taking you a different path. Your career has put you in the industry. You are in the hospitality industry. You now are looking to advance yourself with credentials. If you've had over 10 years experience, particularly in a supervisory or managerial capacity, yes, we would like to talk to you. Yes, we'd like your experience and knowledge to come to our program, and we'd like to provide some credentialing for you. Other requirements across the board at Vancouver Island University, we have English requirements for entry. Those are very specific. We also expect people coming into our program, particularly at a graduate level, to have competencies in mathematics of the industry, and all applicants must complete a statement of interest. The statement of interest is really a few very brief questions to help us understand what you want out of your education. Ultimately, we want to produce graduates who are innovative decision makers, that are living in an industry that is growing and changing as we speak. And innovation is going to separate those companies from those that do not. So those companies that are successful from those that are not. And decision making is exactly what management is about. So through the preparation of this program, we did much research into where the demand is. Demand is changing, as you know. Automation is discussion around the world, and roles and jobs, employment and careers are changing. Specifically in hospitality, although it's a mature industry, it's a growing industry. In many different countries, maybe where you are, you can see the growth. In North America, particularly in Canada, it has that solid base of substantive maturity, but there's also some other changes that are happening. Older people, such as myself, are looking to retire, and the industry is wanting to bring in newer people, younger people. But these are some of the occupations that you can see in front of you, and are they high demand occupations based upon the stats collected by our provincial government? Yes, they are. And those are some of the medium wages that you can see in Canadian dollars. Tuition, you can go to the international tuition calculator. It'll be easy for you to be able to calculate exactly what that is. Application deadlines, they are open now, and they will be open until the 30th of June. But we have limited seats. It's a small program. We have reserved approximately 25 seats for international students, and I do encourage you to apply early. We have some applications already, so as we speak, although the world is changing with automation, we're also changing in the number of seats that are available. So if you are interested, if this is something that you can see that will help you, then please put in your application. So I guess some of the questions that we can now speak more generally about is why VIU?
Right, so I'd like to ask Alex, why VIU for you, why you chose VIU, and what do you like the VIU the most?
Yeah, of course. So I chose VIU, obviously because it is in close proximity to my hometown. I grew up on northern Vancouver Island, so it's nice and close to my existing communities. However, it is also a port of entry, so of course Nanaimo being in such close proximity to Vancouver, having very good outdoor recreational activities here in Nanaimo is also an upside to living here. But VIU in general, so of course I was drawn here by the hospitality program, the bachelor's degree. It was quite well spoken of online and of course within the faculty. And it was a mix of vocational and academics, so not necessarily going to the university to study and work on papers all the time, but introducing that vocational aspect, so that experiential learning aspect was really important for me, especially for growth in my career. VIU as well, there's such a sense of community here, so I really chose VIU because of that.
Okay. About your experiential learning, did you do co-op?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
So I completed 3 cooperative opportunities throughout the summer months. So for my first one, I actually went to the Gulf Islands, just south of us, and worked at a destination resort. At that resort, I actually got a lot of cross training between different departments, and that's where I really decided what direction I wanted to take in the industry. So those cooperative experiences really put you in the direction and really make you understand how the industry actually operates.
Okay, great. All right. So I guess we will move on to our questions. You stayed at the residence for the first year,
Yes,
right?
I certainly did.
Could you tell us a little bit about your experience?
Yeah, of course. So residence was a really good choice for me, especially because I went to university directly out of high school. So that transition period between adolescence and adulthood, it was really important to be in a community where everyone was kind of going through the same thing. So residence, especially being on campus, you feel really involved with everyone in school and also the different activities that VIU hosts, such as Frost Week in the beginning of the year, and obviously intramural activities. There's so much going on around campus, and being right in the hub of campus on residence was really important for me for that transition period.
Okay, great. I have a question here. How many seats available for international students? You mentioned there will be 25
Yes, and
students?
we've reserved right now 25 seats specifically for students that are studying away from home, international students that are coming to experience what we have here at Vancouver Island University and in Nanaimo. So that's the number we have right now. It can expand, but that's what we've capped it at this time.
Okay, how big is the entire cohort?
The cohorts are small. We would keep it in maximum of 30 students at the present time. We don't want to have large cohorts. That's not our model of learning. We want to have it very small. Yes.
Yeah, we are proud of our small class sizes. Can you tell us about your experience being a small class size and how you're related to your faculty?
So here at VIU, especially in the Faculty of Management, particularly in the hospitality program, all of our professors have open door policies. So if you're struggling within your cohort and you have any questions, you don't have to hesitate to ask your professors. You just knock on their door and walk right in and ask them any questions that you have. So that relationship being so positive and open really helps with your learning experience here at VIU. In addition to that, having such small cohorts within the programs really allows you to get to know your classmates and build stronger lasting relationships for later on in the industry. So starting in my first year, now being in my fourth year, that transition period, carrying through the relationships that I have currently, I know that many of the students that I'm friends with today in my program, I'll be friends with forever in the industry.
Great. So we have Phil now watching live from Uganda right now. And the question is, what are the requirements for us from African countries? But we just have the standard requirements for all international
That's
students.
correct, yes. It's not specific to any individual country, but specific to our admissions. So the requirements are, for admission, is the C+ average, based on a 4.33 grade point average. So that would be a 2.33 to come in the last 60 credits earned in your undergraduate degree.
Okay, so if you're from the country where English is not your official language, we require the standard VIU English requirement, which is IELTS 7.0, no band less than 6.5. I'm not sure if English is the official language is in Uganda, but we can check on that and get back to you. All right, we have next question. Is there any career support on campus?
Any career support? Well, actually, I'll let Alex speak to that first, and then I'll follow up.
Of course. So for my first, second, and third year co-ops, we had a lovely co-op advisor who supported us throughout our career opportunities. Her name is Linda Robinson, and she helped us particularly with the hospitality program. So not only does she motivate you to apply to different programs throughout the year and put you in connection with different employers, she also supports you throughout the process. But one big thing is that you have to be really motivated. So it's very self-motivated program. If you want it, you have to go get it, but she's there to help you. In addition to that, talking to the open door policy that I mentioned before, I really urge you, if you do enter into this program, to find a mentor within the program, as in a faculty member. So Peter, I consider him to be one of my mentors, especially with his renowned experience in the wine industry. That is where my interest lies as well.
Okay, cool.
I would add to that, and thank you, Alex, that's great. Although we have a dedicated co-op officer to help you in your career, we are sought after, our graduates are sought after, and so we invite to our campus recruiters from all the major companies. We have constant connections with industry associations, with individual employers. There's lots of support, but it is, as Alex has said, it is the individual student. We don't chase the students. At a graduate level, that's not our business. But there's lots of opportunities for that student if they are motivated to seek exactly what they want to do.
Great. So the next question is, what's the tuition fee for international students?
So the tuition fee, what we did is when we structured the Graduate Diploma in Hospitality Management, we looked at a number of different programs. And at a graduate level, it is partially my philosophy, but other philosophy in the department is that you should pay one fee for everything. So included in the tuition are all the learning materials, all the e-books, all the papers that you have access to the learning platform, all the different simulations, all the labs that happen inside the program. Included in that is also all of your co-op fees, all of your preparatory fees, a visiting scholar lecture series that happens in the intersession, which is in our spring summer session. So all of those are included, and the fee is approximately 43,000 Canadian dollars for the entire program, 24 months.
Okay, great, thank you. Are there many jobs on the island for the hospitality management, or more in Vancouver or other regions?
I will answer that one.
Sure.
I will take that. So I really think it depends what type of direction you'd like to take into hospitality. Of course, around the globe, there's such a need for hospitality workers, especially at that managerial and supervisory level. However, I do believe that the island is best suited for me, per se, as I seek after independently owned establishments there's not necessarily a lot of corporations that enter into Vancouver Island. So if you want to seek after those world-renowned resorts and luxury hotels, definitely Vancouver would be your best set for that. But there are a lot of different options everywhere, not just on Vancouver Island or in Vancouver. There is a lot of destination resorts though, which I particularly love. So that's where I did one of my first co-ops at a destination resort and as well at a spa in my second year. So there are a lot of options. It's just a matter of finding what you want and what you'd like to do in the industry.
It's a great question. Thank you, Alex, for answering that, because it's very specific from her point of view. From my point of view, as someone that's very interested in our graduates and students getting into the industry, two things. The short answer is yes. We have, particularly on Vancouver Island, there are some resorts that are constrained in what they can offer because of lack of qualified and talented people. And the other one is that I am known for saying that our program is world famous. I say that around the university, and it is a bit of a tongue-in-cheek, but it is very true. It was confirmed one day by the president of our university, who was traveling down in California, and happened to go up to the front desk in a resort he was staying at, and asked to speak to one of the managers because he had an issue with his room. And through their conversation, it was one of our graduates. And so he came back and shared that story with me, and there's many other stories. So yes, here, work, but also further afield. And as Alex, I think, very nicely said, is that it depends on who you are. Do you like an urban center? Do you like a rural setting? Do you like remote, unique resorts, perhaps? So there's lots of options for many of our students and for our graduates.
Thank you. Next question. Can I apply for a postgraduate work permit after the diploma?
Yes. The 24 months was specifically designed in a lot of ways to meet the curriculum requirements, but also to make some of our students eligible, our graduates eligible for applying for a PR or a permanent residence status, which earns, if I believe correct, a 3-year visa.
Yeah, after our completion of 2 years program, you are eligible to apply for a postgraduate work permit for 3 years. And we have an immigration counselor on campus, so she can help you answer your questions around immigration to Canada and also applications for those work permit. All right. What services available for international students? Advising or counseling? Maybe I can answer the question. Yeah. So we have advisors and counselors working full-time on campus, and they're trying to support specifically international students, which is very rare to find for a university in Canada. So we are very proud of that. So we have now 3 full-time counselors on campus, and also 2 immigration counselors for international students.
I can also say from my point of view, and I've worked in a number of different institutions, the Faculty of International Education is seen as a premier model in all of Canada. It is really a unique model where it blends both the administration and academics together, and there's tremendous support for international students at this university. It far exceeds many of my other experiences. And one of the nice things about that is that you can build a relationship. It's not with that counselor or with that advisor. You have a continuous relationship. We are small enough that you can meet one-on-one.
Yes, that's right. So there's a question about jobs after graduation. What kind of job can I get after the program?
Well, getting employment has a lot to do with you your education, opportunities, and I would say work ethic. Your education will set you up for that. The opportunities, I would suggest, are here. The recent statistics, particularly from Canadian Tourism Council and also our Canadian Tourism HR, which is a federal association, we're looking at a shortfall of at least 250,000 positions and senior positions within the hospitality industry. So the opportunity is great. I think that they're a little bit spoiled for choice right now. I would suggest there's starting to become upward pressure on wages and salaries, a lot more incentives to come and work for different industry partners. So there's lots of opportunities. It does depend on the student. If they're willing to do it, great. No one's, as you probably know, going to hand you things in life. Alex, do you want to add anything to that?
No, I think you covered most of it.
Okay.
Okay, great. So I have one more question about the work experience requirement. Could it be from anywhere in the world?
Yes, the work experience requirement is for us to understand that you have an interest in our industry, that you have some knowledge of its workings, and so that when you come in, if your undergraduate degree is not specifically related, that it is not foreign to you. So it can be from anywhere in the world. We're not specifically any, and it can be also part-time or full-time. It's really, we're looking for that you have a good understanding when you come to us that it's a joint venture, your education, that we invest in you and you've also invested in it as well.
Okay, great. I think that wraps our session. Thank you so much for everyone to watching the video, and Peter and Alex. So if you're watching this video after being live, you can still put your comments here to ask questions, or email us at worldviu@viu.ca. Alright, thank everyone for watching, and we will see you at the next Meet the Faculty series.